on EURJPY yesterday. No, no, this trade really pissed me off. So, but I'm just going to review the trade with you guys to see the mistake I made, because this is a very annoying mistake I made yesterday, because I've made this mistake before. I've corrected it, I've written it down in my journal, but I came yesterday and made the same mistake again. So let me just review the trade with you guys. So what I actually saw was a draw on liquidity on the weekly time frame. I get my highs and lows on different time frame. So when I saw that draw on liquidity on the weekly time frame, that will be another video, how to spot draw on liquidity on different time frames. That will be another separate video. So when I saw the draw on liquidity on the weekly time frame, then I went to the daily time frame. When I came to the daily time frame, I saw this fair value gap, this white zone here. That's the low of this candle and the high of this candle. There is a gap between. So also I'll make another video for the fair value gap, explaining how it works, what it means, and more in-depth information about fair value gaps. So when I saw the fair value gap on the daily time frame, I went down to the 4-hour time frame. So this is a time frame that a lot of things happen. Sorry. So when I came to the 4-hour, I was expecting price to go back up to this daily fair value gap I told you about earlier. I think I posted it on the Telegram channel. So I was expecting price to come back here, and price did come back just like I expected. So I was expecting price to sweep this high. Now this high was made by the fair value gap. That's daily fair value gap formed this high. So I expected, even if the fair value gap is going to push price lower, I expect it to sweep this high first before coming down. So when price got to that high, now here's where I made the mistake. Just listen carefully. When price is retracing to the fair value gap, when it's going back to the fair value gap, if I got the fair value gap on the daily time frame, I want to see the high on the 4-hour or the low, depending on the direction. I hope you get that part. If I see a fair value gap on the daily time frame, I want to see it form a high on the 4-hour, not on the 1 hour, not on the 15 minutes. Anything lower than the 4-hour, that is based on my principle, based on my model. Anything less than the 4-hour, I don't take it. That's if I get the fair value gap on the daily. So everything played out well as expected here. Got the high. So I was expecting this high to be swept before price continues lower. But on that retracement leg, on the 4-hour, I don't want to see another fair value gap on this leg from this low all the way to the fair value gap. I don't want to see another fair value gap. If I see another fair value gap, it's going to be like an interception or an opposing fair value gap, but I don't have a name for it, but you understand what I'm saying. So when this price was going higher, then I saw this fair value. Let me shift this so you see everything well. When this price was going higher, do you see any fair value gap here? Just pause the video and look if you see any fair value gap in this region. Now let me draw it out. There's one here. One fair value gap here. Let me change it to yellow because I use yellow for my 4-hour levels. Anything I see on the 4-hour, I mark it out with yellow. Anything I see on the daily, I mark it out with white. So, but that's just by the way. So you can see the fair value gap here. So I was waiting for price to get here. Price got here, but I saw this fair value gap. So I wanted to post on the Telegram channel that I'm no longer looking at this trade again. I'm no longer looking at this level again. But something told me that NFP was going to, cover the fair value gap, then go back up and sweep this high again. It's very funny. I just built a story from nowhere. just because of NFP. So that happened, and this is another rule. If price sweeps this high without any fair value gap here, and maybe sweeps the high and continues going higher and formed a fair value gap here, now what I'm expecting is that the daily candle should not close above this fair value gap, even if, as so long as there is no fair value gap below before it breaks this high, is still valid, except the daily candle closes above this daily fair value gap. So let's go. So you can see this fair value gap occurred before price took out this high. You understand? So this is the candle, the high of this candle and the low of this candle. Did this candle take out this high? No, it did not. The next candle did, but the fair value gap has already occurred. So I was supposed to like delete every markup I had on this trade and just, stop looking at the market and wait till Monday, but I still decided to do something. Now here's the mistake. After NFP, I saw this candle. When I saw this candle, this bearish candle, sorry. When I saw this candle, I was like, okay, price has covered the fair value gap, not knowing, not that I didn't know, forgetting that price has already created this fair value gap before sweeping this high. Out of excitement, I don't know, like, now I said this bearish candle has closed this fair value gap, which is true, but it occurred before the high was broken. It happened before this high was broken. So then I was still telling myself the same story. This candle here, then I went to the 1 hour. So when I went to the 1 hour, I was, looking for my normal break of structure, the last high to be broken, then blah blah blah, all those, entry techniques. That will be for another video too. So when I came to the 1 hour, I saw the fair value gap. Okay, price has covered it, which is this is a big mistake I made. So I was expecting price to price has already displaced below this low. This is a low right here, below this low. So I was like, okay, let me look for an entry. I went down to the 15 minutes time frame. Now I saw another fair value gap here. From this low of this candle to the high of this candle is a fair value gap. Even from the low of this candle to the high of this candle is another fair value gap. So I took this one and put my stop loss above another block I saw on the 1 hour. But that's another technique on its own, how I place my stop loss. I'll still make videos on that depending on how I feel about it or something. But let's just keep going. So when I saw this, I took my entry here. I even shared it on my Telegram channel. So I took my entry somewhere around here. I think somewhere around here, targeting this low. It was after price has gone to my stop loss. Then I went to review the trade and I saw, oh, this is my mistake. So that's why I made this video. I hope